People are the root cause of everything that's wrong in your life. They are the greatest impediment between you and your happiness. People are the reason for all of the ills of your life. All of the things that have gone wrong, your heartache, your suffering, pain, trauma, all of it. It's a human being that's responsible for it. So the fastest way for you to reconnect to your happiness is to disconnect from that system and get rid of all these people. Because the reason why you're miserable and depressed and sad is because you're always connected to some human being's energy or this system. That's it. That's the root cause of your unhappiness. It's because you're disconnected from your higher self and you're plugged into this low vibrational demonic experience. That's it. If you want to truly be happy, smile because you can. And also understand that you have to empty your energy from all this extraneous, irrelevant frequencies that you've saturated your whole life with, called human beings. Human beings are responsible for your broken heart. Nobody else. There's no other creature on this planet other than a human being that has hurt you, lied to you, cheated on you, abused you, used you, broken your heart, stolen from you. I mean, I could go on for hours. I mean, was it a dog or a ferret or a bird or a spider or a squirrel or a whale? I mean, was it a snake or a toad or a worm, that cheated on you and broke your heart? Think about it for a minute, folks. I'm being serious here. Like when you came to this world, how come they didn't teach you the real truth? They taught you religion, politics, science, all of the divisive mechanisms that the reptilians brought here. That's your identity now. This is just what I can't wrap my head around. There's actually some people in this world that think this is like a snow cone where it's like a ball on top of a cone and there's a firmament that we can't leave. It's like a glass ceiling, and if it shatters, we'll be flooded with water because the Bible told them that. Or you have the people who think that this is a flat earth, even though you can clearly see the curvature of the earth. And rockets leave into inner space all the time. They call it outer space because they want you to have a disconnection. It's actually inner space. Everything is one. But anyway, rockets leave the atmosphere constantly. That's how they put satellites in orbit. I mean, it's mind-numbing. Of course, this is all TikTok, of course. But my whole point with this video is, if you want your happiness, get rid of all that stuff. People. It's people. It's always people that are the root cause of all of it. Suffering is voluntary. Worrying is a wasted emotion. Problems are illusions. You are not the body. This earth is not your home. This life is a holographic simulator. That's a given. But people are the root cause of all of your issues. All of them. I mean, this is where rape comes from, incest, pedophilia, sociopaths, psychopaths, serial killers. It's always a human being preying on others. It's always some human being preying on another human being. In slavery, the Holocaust, all of the world wars, religion, politics, disempowering belief systems, conflicting ideologies. I can go on for hours. Long, protracted conflicts with no end. Endless wars that are waged with collateral damage into the millions. This is all because of people. I don't see tigers dropping hydrogen bombs on cities and polluting the oceans and poisoning the atmosphere. I don't see whales or dolphins cheating on you and breaking your heart. It's always people. I knew a long time ago, people equal problems. The more people you have in your life, the higher the probability it is that you're going to have serious issues because you're incorporating all of that external energy into yours. And people are crazy. So does it not stand to reason to say that if you eliminate that source of insanity, your life will become much more peaceful and docile, tranquil and serene? Of course, for the love of God. It's like saying, my friend's an alcoholic and a murderer and a pedophile and he likes to carry weapons and he killed a few people, but he's kind of down on his luck, so let's invite him into the house for a few weeks and we'll give him a chance. For the love of God. And to give validity to anything on TikTok is just lunacy. That's why in my day, people were far more intelligent, proactive, autonomous, studious, industrious. They actually knew what those words were. The dictionary these days gives you words like hangry and Juneteenth, for the love of God. And tell me they're not dumbing you down. People can't even write English anymore. They don't even know how to spell. They don't know the difference between one word or the other. They can't speak correctly because they have been conditioned to be that way. And again, it always falls back on people being the root cause of this. It's always people all the time. If you really want to create peace, the first thing you need to do is you need to disconnect from the system and start eliminating all of this dead energy in your life. Remove every toxic person from your life, even if it means your family. Because more often than not, they are the worst culprits of all. Straight truth. Telling it real, straight out you, man. Telling you, no BS. No punches pulled. You want peace, you want happiness, go about making it happen. Real simple. Disconnect from that satanic matrix and demonic unconsciousness. Get rid of all the toxic people. Get rid of all of these energies that they're dumping on you. They call you up telling you the problems. You give them 3 hours of advice, and then they call you up again the next day. The same thing. It goes in one ear and out the other, folks. They don't care. That's just how they're wired. Human beings are crazy. They're just absolutely lunatics. If you haven't figured it out by now. If you keep inviting in death and toxicity, evil, and darkness into your life, what do you think your life will become? It's common sense. Unfortunately, that isn't common these days. It's uncommon for people to have common sense because of the internet. So just see it for what it is. Action is truth. Was it a dolphin that broke your heart, or was it a person? Who was the one that abused you, lied to you, cheated on you, manipulated you, exploited you, used you for whatever? Was it anything other than a human being? No. Perhaps even physically abused you, assaulted you. People get raped. They're victims of crimes. Who was the perpetrator? Was it an elephant, or was it a person? Do you see where I'm going with this? The attitude, the sarcasm, the disrespect, the lack of concern. Absolutely desensitized, could care less. That's how they are. That's how they roll. So don't find yourself in that company, in the proximity that they occupy, and you won't suffer. And be subjected to these experiences. They only have to offer you one thing. That's just pain and more pain. That's it. You have to consciously start disconnecting from these things. Keep the good cords, but just cut those toxic cords. Because you'll always keep experiencing more and more of the same. That's it. That's all they have to offer. People are the root cause of everything wrong in your life. I'm saying because you're consciously making a decision to connect with them. Because you are the direct. Let me say this again. You are the direct result of that. You are the direct root. You are the nucleus of it. That you are consciously choosing to connect with their energy. And what do you expect? So hopefully this video is a reminder of how far they go to brainwash you into believing what they want you to know to be the truth, that you should be social and you should care what people think. And you should worry about, what's the saying go? How's the saying go? Oh, let others be the judge of that. You seriously? And you don't catch the subliminal programming going on? Whenever you try to showcase your talents, or you start telling people how amazing you are, which is just reinforcing your self-love. Oh, let others be the judge of that. You shouldn't toot your own horn. Really? Because I'm the only one that can play it. And I could care less what other people judge. I'm the only one that can judge myself. And when you pass, you'll find out you're the only one that has been judging yourself all along. People don't matter. They don't mean anything. They just drift through life like lumps of dry dog poop. And what they have to say is worth less than the value that they hold in this place, because all they care about are themselves. Self-serving. That's it. And all they want to do is exist to destroy the light. And you invite them in your life. Why? And you care what they say. Why? And you're so concerned about what they think about you. Why? That's what I'm saying. Get to the root cause of it. It's always people. I mean, even when you move into a place or something and you invite a lot of people over, you get robbed. 9 times out of 10, it's either a family member that's robbed you, or a friend that spoke to somebody. Yeah, my friend over here just moved in. He's got this, he's got that. Next thing you know, you're getting broken into. So much for friends. Happens all the time. It's always a person behind it. It's never a tiger or a whale or a tree or the wind. It's always a person. Tell me that a tree broke your heart, or the ocean broke your heart, or the beach cheated on you, or the forest, exploited you and used you and abused you physically. You see what I'm saying? It's always a person. So you'll get to the point where you start realizing that once you start eliminating them, all that stuff goes away. And then you only have one to deal with, you. And then you have to get rid of the system inside you, because that's the self-destructive primitive inside you that wants to destroy everything. Once you can conquer that by transmuting it, then you're onto something fabulous, my friend. Until that time, it's always going to be more of the same. I'm just keeping it real. Be well.